幸せはここで出るから。
What is going on, guys? Shadow Gamer AX with another little Throwback Wednesday for you guys today. And this week is episode 6. Now before we get started, if you guys are not familiar with Throwback Wednesday, I urge you guys to go check out episode 1 through 5. It'll give you a general idea of what we do in this episode, or this type of series. Now, today's episode, we're going to be talking about attack number 1, apparently. This is a series that was around since 1969, and it ran for 104 episodes. Now, the original run came from January 7th, 1968 to November 29th, 1970. The manga series has over 12 volumes, and the anime lasted for 104, if I not said that before, episodes. Now, the strange thing about this is it was originally done December 7th, 1969, and the anime ended November 28th, 1971. Good little history there. It's something about these types of shows that really bring back somewhat of a nostalgia feeling, or you're just amazed by what the anime looked like in that era and time. And this is why they're always classics, and I'm all for that. Now we're gonna get into the plot first. Now, the original story is about a high school girl named Kaze Ayahara who transferred to Fujinomi Academy and tried out for the school volleyball team. She develops a friendship with her teammate Midori Hayakawa, and her talents impress Coach Hongo more and more each day. Though she showcases extraordinary volleyball skills, she makes enemies with Katsuguri, the star of the current team. Kaze discovers that being at the top would bring stress, incompatibilities, and other dilemmas into her life. Her high expectations of becoming the best volleyball player in the school, Japan, and eventually the world set to tone for the drama to follow. Now, what I got out of this show was a pure love for this series. Like I felt like these people that worked on this series took a lot of time and effort into their into their work. They put a lot of believable acting into it. They put a lot of plot into it. Now, there's only one downside that I'll mention, that there is no English dub. So if you were expecting a dub, we would have seen it 2 generations ago. No, 2 centuries ago, probably. We would have seen it in the 1980s, if anything. So it's been around for a long time, just like Lupin has. Lupin the Third, around those times. So I don't think we'll see a dub at all. Mainly because it's not even noticed, it's not even known about, but it's known for a lot of things. Like this is the kind of joy that I love bringing to Throwback Wednesday. I get to talk about certain shows that most people never heard of and should check out, because you gotta acknowledge the ones that came before it. Like it's really good. So the characters that were in this series, and I will try to name the actors if I can pronounce them. Kaze Ayahara was voiced by Aya Yuto. She did a pretty good job, I have to say. Her character is well thought out. It's well done. It's really good. Her backstory is even great, really great. Midori Hayakawa, I already mentioned her. She is voiced by Eriko Matsumiya. Tatsumu Ichose is voiced by Katsui Mori. And there's a lot of secondary characters that I can get into right now, but I don't really feel like doing that. But I haven't been feeling great, guys, so I do apologize. I had to delay the episode for a rain delay. There was just, the weather was out there was wicked, man. But this show, but I digress. But this show is so, it keeps you interested, and it did everything a sports anime should have, flawlessly. It had a simple goal. It had a simple plot summary. And at the end, it was just very satisfying. I felt like it was very satisfying to me as a viewer, and as, it made me feel for the characters. Not like today's generation where it just does it half-assly. Some of them do, some of them don't. I won't lie about that. But you know what? It's so good. I'd recommend giving this show at least a chance. Excuse me. It is one of the best sports shows I could probably say that I really enjoyed thoroughly. It kept me enticed. It kept me focused on each episode as they released more English subtitle. And both of its entirety was very, very well put out and very well thought and very, very, very well executed. For an old anime, the visuals might have a little trouble. Like the whole HD thing is kind of like there. But it's part of history, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think alongside Lupin is one of the best. I think this show had a purpose, and it kind of kicked off one of those sports animes genres in general. Now, if you guys have known about certain shows and other sports anime that came in the year 1969 and before, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear some kind of shows that you watched when in that era. Man, it's a well thought out show. I can't praise is not enough for this show. I feel like there's just so much I could talk about days on end, and the characters that were in it, there's so many side characters that it's ridiculous, but that's to be expected for as a 104 episode series. Now I can tell you that there has been several adaptations for this anime, let me look up all the other ones here. There should be there was one, Tacker U, and then there was another one that came after it. And surprisingly enough, this is a shonen series, I believe. Shonen Adventure. No. Yeah, it is. Maybe. Oh, great. I'm a little kind of exhausted right now, though. But, it's definitely worth giving you your time and effort to this show, because the ending and the beginning, middle, and end is very satisfying, I thought. It had several movies, readaptations, and I think it's worth giving it a shot. This anime is a story about a young high school girl that wants to become the #1 attacker in Japan, by the sport of volleyball, #1 player, if you will. It is one of the most simplest plots, and the ordeals that come with it makes it even better. The thoughts of Kaze becoming one of the top players, the #1 player in all of the world. The journey is long, which is the message I got out of it. The journey is long to achieve, but it's never over. It's only the beginning for that character. She encounters so many rivals, being able to conquer each one as she goes and as she progresses through her skill and perseverance and the will to get better, the will to get stronger with each ordeal she's dealt with. That's also a form of grow, as the term growing as a human being and learning from these past mistakes that you go through. And that's the same thing that goes with characters that they used to add. I love these types of anime. They have not just a nostalgic feeling, but the series tells a human story that is more similar that people go through these days in IRL. It's more toned to a human story, and that's what I really appreciate. There's a lot I can say about this series. There's so much detail I want to convey when it comes to this type of show. There's a lot of praise I want to give this show that I just right now can't find the words to do so. But in the end, I will only say these words in one sentence. Definitely one of the best sports anime of all time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Throwback Wednesday. If you guys want to see more of my content, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification, that way you'll never miss a video and you will be notified if I upload a video and when I upload a video. Comment down below if you guys have seen Attack Number 1, and if you have, what did you think of it, and would you rewatch this series in all its entirety and its glory. I want to thank each and every single one of you for showing your support to this channel. It means the world to me. So thank you guys so much for 134 subscribers. You have been amazing to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough. You are the awesomest people I have ever met. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you guys enjoy this content, be sure to click over here and check out my other videos that I put together. I will be putting out more GMVs, more AMVs, and so on and so forth, top 10s, you name it. But until then, guys, click there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful night, and have a wonderful afternoon. Shadow Gamer AX signing off. Until next time, guys.